Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Veronica back at it again with another video. I'm so excited. Like, I'm on a roll, y'all. I'm on a roll. Like, I'm coming through with videos like every day. And don't mind the noise in the background, guys. As I said, I live in the Bundus, so okay. But anyways, thank you so much for clicking on this video. If you're a new subscriber, please don't forget to subscribe. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you. I really appreciate it. It really means so much to me. But anyways, guys, as you've seen by the title, today I'm giving you tips on how to get a job here in South Africa. I think these tips can apply typically anywhere. Now, disclaimer, I'm not an professional child. We all know that. I'm not an HR professional. I'm not, you know, I'm just giving tips based off my experience and what I've learned and what I know, and what has kind of worked for me as well, and what I think can work too for you. So today, what kind of influenced this video? I was on TikTok scrolling mindlessly, and I came across this TikTok of this girl, 22 years old, just graduated. Yo, guys, these chickens are not gonna let me rest. But anyways, 22 years old, just graduated, and she was crying on this TikTok, guys. Like, she was full on crying. And this is an American girl, and she was just talking about the employment market and how she's graduated. She's been graduated for some time now, and she can't find a job, and like she's been hunting, but all she's getting is rejections and rejections. And mind you, I've not graduated yet, but I feel like I've also shared some moments just like that in terms of finding internships and all those things. It's been a struggle, but I feel like along the journey I've been able to learn a few tips and tricks that have kind of worked for me. And I think, yeah, that's what I'd like to share today, because wow, she went through a lot, and I feel like a lot of people are going through a lot as well. So yeah, here are just a few tips of mine. Number one, your CV. Your CV, guys, for me, I always say this: treat your CV the way you would a Tinder profile. And I'm sorry, guys, if you can hear background noise, but treat your CV the way you would a Tinder profile. You know what I mean? Like, if you're gonna be on Tinder, you're gonna look cute, you're gonna look hot, you're gonna look stunning. Well, at least for me, like, if I'm gonna be on any of dating apps, like, I want to look the best that I can. So I always feel like, let your CV speak for you, especially when you don't have experience. Let your CV stand out. Now, regarding the CV, I feel like different strokes for different folks. If you're studying law, or so you want to go into those jobs. I don't know, what do lawyers do, guys? Oh, sorry. But anyways, whatever you're applying for, in terms of the field of study that you're in, let your CV kind of represent that. Like, for example, let me give an example. If you're into marketing, I feel like your CV can be a bit creative. It can have some color, can have a pop of, or if you're into graphic design, you can go all out. But if you are applying for an internship position at an investment banking firm, for example, at an investment bank, for example, like, your CV is not gonna now have green and pink. No, let your CV speak for itself, because literally before they meet you, their CV is what is gonna impress you. And that's why I always tell people this, and I always tell my friends this: when you get an interview like that, a win is a win, okay? Because it shows that, wow, they are actually interested in me. It's like getting a swipe on Tinder or whatever. I hope you guys get this analogy. But yeah, number two, experience, guys. When we're in varsity, I feel like, I understand it's hard out there to get experience, but do anything and everything you can and put that on your CV as experience. So whether you've sold Avon, in South Africa there is Avon, and I think the US as well, the US, the UK, they have things like Avon. And with South Africa, I know that when you sell Avon, or is it everything, you're called a beauty advisor and stuff. Like, put that on your CV, girl. Like, you've been selling Avon ever since you were, I don't know, and you're not gonna put that there, okay? Like, put that on your CV. Whether you were a mentor, like a mentor yeah, mentor. Whether you're a mentor, put that on your CV. Show that, hey, you know what, I did this, I was in this leadership role. Put that on, um, yeah. And also just, whether there are some activities that you did in varsity or in high school, put that on as well. But I feel like when you are towards the finishing end of your varsity life, I don't know if that makes sense. But when you're towards the end, like you are now about to graduate or graduating, high school things don't really matter anymore. So I wouldn't suggest putting that there. But initially, it's a good thing to put there. So yeah, I'd really love you guys to, put that to use. Number 3, networking. Now, when I first heard this, I won't lie, I was a bit intimidated by this word. Like, networking, guys, it's so, for me, when I think of networking, I think, people in suits, people in gowns. Like, I just think of people going to these galas and stuff like that, and dinners and balls and all these things, where these rich people meet and stuff like that. But believe you me, I don't know if I, guys, today English is just not for me, hey. But anyways, guys, networking, you can literally network with anybody, because you don't know who can help you. You don't know who can help you. You don't know who has a connection somewhere or whatever, and you'll be surprised. Like, you'll be very surprised. Like, for me, the previous jobs, sorry about that, but for me, the previous jobs that I've had, usually, like, I would, I would tell my parents, like, hey, I'm eyeing this place, do you know somebody? Like, things like that, and sometimes ask older people as well, and I know sometimes it's a bit hard, like, to break into certain industries, because, for example, if your mom is a teacher or something like that, or a nurse, and you want to go into investment banking, like, it's gonna be a bit difficult to ask your parents to help you. But network with people. Recently, my economics lecturer, shout out to him, I hope I pass, he was literally, like, enforcing the fact that, because he really wants us to do group work, and people are just, we were just not cooperating, because I guess end of the year, we're tired and stuff like that. But he's like, guys, you never know, in these groups, you never know who you can meet tomorrow. You never know who can help you tomorrow. So, reach out to people. In varsity, I know, some people are like, "Ugh, I'm just not a people person." Make friends, you never know. And for me, I'm not really a person, sometimes I tend to lose contact with people. It's not a good thing. On my part, it's not a good thing. But I'm always a person where, if we're really connected, like, even if we meet 10 or 20 years later, like, you're gonna remember me, okay? Like, I live an impression like that. You're gonna remember me. So make friends, guys. Like, network with people. I don't know if I made sense on that point. Number 4, applying for a job is a job on its own. Yes, see, this is a lesson that I had to learn the hard way. Like, applying for a job, guys, you cannot apply for one job and be like, yeah, I've applied. Like, you can't do that. Applying for a job is a job on its own, child. So if you can, make sure you put in time and effort. If you can, like, maybe send out even 20 applications a day. And I know this is gonna be draining. It is, it's very draining, it's very tiring, especially when you're getting those rejection emails. And moreover, it's even worse when you don't even get a rejection email. They just ghost you. Like, they're just like, girl, we ain't gonna respond. I really appreciate, shout out to all the companies that send rejection letters, okay? Because, honey, no, it just really makes my day a whole lot better. So yeah, you really have to allocate time in the day. Like, you really have to take it seriously if you really want this to work for you. So that's all I'm gonna say. Number 5, consider furthering your studies or getting into a new career path. I don't know why I wrote that down, but I think this point actually goes out to all the graduates out there. Look at me giving advice to graduates, and I'm not even a graduate yet, but I will be, period. Like, I will be soon. Yeah, so most people are so adamant. I wrote this point down because I understand that you went to varsity for law. I understand that you went to varsity for education or for marketing. But if that doesn't work out, guys, venture into something new. Venture into something new. There are so many careers, and especially nowadays, in the creative, like, I don't know what to call it, in this creative industry, like you just need to have the skills and they're literally willing to let you in. You understand what I mean? So don't be scared to venture out into a new career path, into a new field. So for me, I'm studying Bachelor of Business Administration, and this degree is very broad. That is one of the disadvantages. It's so broad. Like there's PR, there's marketing, there's HR, there's everything. You understand. Like they want you to understand the business as a whole. But when now you are going into the workplace, it can be a bit tricky because now you're like, should I do accounting? Should I do marketing? Like it's a bit tricky, but you know it allows me the opportunity to kind of go into any field, which is a privilege on its own. But for those of you who maybe have a marketing degree and you feel like, you know what, this employment market is not working for me, and this is in any part of the world that you are, you know what, join teaching. Be like, you know what, maybe let me go teach abroad. Do your research, look into programs of teaching abroad and stuff like that. Search for remote work. There's this YouTuber that I watch here on YouTube. I think his name is Shane Hummus. I don't know if I'm pronouncing his name right, but Shane, I think he's a college dropout and he does a lot of videos on, yo guys, I don't know if I'm right, I don't know, don't you know take my word on this, but yeah, he does a lot of videos on college stuff, and I know it's a lot of American based videos, but recently he did a digital marketing course, and I've been seeing so many people like are joining, like he's posting testimonials, people are joining this digital marketing course, and it's a free course, and they're getting remote jobs, and this is people all around the world, of course. So feel free, guys, to just venture into something else. And I know that's easier said than done, and coming from me, I know, like, I don't know if I'd be able. I think I'm fortunate enough in my degree. I think I can kind of do everything and anything, but for somebody who's really really like passionate about law, and then now maybe to end up in marketing, if they're not passionate about it, it can be something very hard and very daunting. But yeah, guys, those are my tips. Yeah, so this is a job hunting series that I've just wanted to start here on YouTube, because I'm realizing a lot of my friends and students in general are kind of like struggling with this. And as I said, I'm not by any means no professional. No, don't quote me on this, honey. Like, this is just my own advice. But yeah, I'm gonna start posting more of these videos. I mean, I know that I said this channel is about making money, but honey, getting a job is also making money in its own way, because you're a corporate entrepreneur, corporate girl. Anyways, but if you've reached this part of the video, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you guys. I can just see my analytics, like, girl, it's just growing, and it's so nice to see. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.